Welcome. Welcome to the Colorado School of Mines mid-year commencement ceremony. We will be starting the program in 5 minutes. Please find your seats. In the unlikely event of an emergency that requires evacuation of the arena, please follow the instructions of event staff. Please take this time to identify the closest exits to you. Those seated in the bleachers, your closest exit may be behind you. Thank you.
The thing that makes Mines really special is the people. It's really unique to be able to be with a group of people that are all engineers or have the same interest in engineering. So I think having everyone kind of like-minded, really interested in how to break down a problem and solve a problem is really unique because we all come at it a different way.
I really like the shared experience all students have with engineering, or at least the vast majority of us, and we can understand each other a lot better, especially when talking to friends that go to other schools who maybe are in engineering programs. Like it's kind of the only experience that I've heard of like this.
The special part about this community is how it balances academic rigor with a collaborative atmosphere. Everyone is super helpful and eager to lend a hand wherever they can.
We have a ton of teaching professors, so everybody's very readily available. They really care about your learning.
The best part about being a Mines student is all of the hands-on experiences you get to enjoy while being a student here. And I've just been able to grow so much through actually doing my hands-on experiences outside of the classroom here at Mines have really helped me just keep the joy of engineering.
Really up for the challenge for anything. I think everyone here is so interested in what's next and what they could be doing better. We're all trying to climb that hill. We're trying to reach greatness, whether in the case of MClimb, we do reach the top of the hill, but being able to come back after graduation and grab that rock kind of symbolizes that we're still all connected and we still have everything in us that makes us an ore digger. And I think ore diggers really strive to do better and bigger things and make the world a better place.
The project I'm working on right now, we're doing a water distribution system for a community in Nicaragua that lacks clean water.
My dream projects would be some kind of humanitarian initiative where you know that you're really making a substantial impact in the quality of lives of other people.
I think working with developing countries, so my research in Zambia is really important. We're actually using plants that can kind of uptake metals from the soil, which is really cool, and kind of auxiliary benefits like capturing greenhouse gases, creating biofuel that's really sustainable too. Ultimately, what I want to do is really just apply everything I've learned here and potentially in graduate school, and just be kind of on the forefront of environmental engineering.
Mines has prepared me for success no matter what I do by making sure that I've developed a good work ethic and good time management skills, and also with the rigor of the school.
Mines just really makes you understand how much you can give to a project, how much you can give to a class, what work is required to really be excellent. I feel like the level of production that Mines asks for is far more than probably anything you'll ever see again. I can't be happier that I chose Mines, and I'm excited for the opportunities and the doors that it's opened for me.
Everyone, please stand if you are able to welcome the platform party. This morning's processional is led by Dr. Robert Key, Faculty Distinguished Lecturer, and Dr. Brandon Duggan, Faculty Senate President. Dr. Key is carrying the University Mace, a symbol of knowledge authority dating back to the 13th century. The Mines Mace is made of rosewood, brass, bronze, and silver, and weighs 16 pounds. It is topped by Blaster, our beloved school mascot. Dr. Duggan is carrying a replica of the 16th century book, the De Re Metallica, widely considered to be the foundational book on mining and metallurgy. This book represents the body of knowledge shared by Mines faculty and students. And its opening and closing on today's stage indicates the beginning and the end of our ceremony. The platform party includes distinguished speaker and trustee, Mrs. Lucy Sanders. Chairman of the Board of Trustees and Alumnus, Mr. Jesus Salazar. Alumna and Vice Chair, Mrs. Patty Starzer. Faculty Trustee, Dinesh Mehta. President and Professor Dr. Paul C. Johnson. Provost and Professor Dr. Rick Holtz. And academic department heads, deans, and vice presidents. Continuing the processional are Mines faculty, followed by our bachelor's degree candidates. Today, we are conferring 268 bachelor's degrees. The flags on the stage represent the home nations of our graduates: Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Burma, Canada, China, Colombia, Comoros, Costa Rica, El Salvador, France, Ghana, Guam, Honduras, India, Indonesia, Iran, Iraq, Italy, Japan, Libya, Nepal, Nigeria, Pakistan, Peru, the Philippines, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Slovenia, South Korea, Spain, Turkey, Ukraine, Zimbabwe, and the United States of America. Please remain standing until all of our graduating students have entered the arena. Round of applause for all of our graduating students. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem, performed by members of the Colorado School of Mines Choir under the direction of Professor Kirsten Carpenter.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing. The Mines Choir members will now sing the Colorado School of Mines alma mater to the tune of Oralee. The alma mater opens convocation and begins commencement, marking the transition from Mines students to Mines alumni. You can find the lyrics to our alma mater on the inside of your program.
Raise your voices, engineers, your devotion sing. To the greatest school of mines, let the chorus ring. Hail to thee, CSM, to our hearts most dear. Every miner lauds thy name, and every engineer. Honor, glory to thy name, these we pledge anew. While we live to sing thy fame, alma mater true. Hail to thee, school of mines, silver and the blue. Every miner sings thy praise, O alma mater true.
Please be seated. Please welcome to the podium the 17th President of Colorado School of Mines, Dr. Paul C. Johnson.
All right, good morning, everybody. How about another round of applause for our student singers? Weren't they awesome this morning? Yep. Okay, who's ready to graduate? That's pretty good. Some of you aren't morning people, I know, so I know this was a challenge, so it's good to see you enthusiastic already. So to everybody out there, thank you and good morning. On behalf of Colorado School of Mines, welcome to this celebration in honor of the amazing soon-to-be graduates seated in front of us. Today, we are conferring Bachelor of Science degrees to 268 recipients, and we look forward to clapping and cheering for them as they cross the stage later in this ceremony. That walk across the stage is a special moment for our graduates, their families, and for all of us at Mines. It is the last leg of a journey that began for many on the IM field just outside this building. There they gathered early one August morning with the 10-pound rocks that they brought from home, or perhaps scavenged at the last minute from the campus landscaping. About 2/3 of our graduates followed the traditional M climb route uphill to our beloved M on Mount Zion, passing through a barrage of water-wielding and fight song-singing upper-class students. Upon reaching the M and adding their rocks to those of the many generations of ore diggers who preceded them, they then painted those rocks and each other. The other 1/3 of this morning's graduates arrived at Mines in the fall of 2020, in the midst of the pandemic. That year, local health officials were not in favor of us conducting the M climb, so, being Mines, we improvised and created a new route around campus that was of similar length and that ended at a new M that was specially constructed on campus for this class to place and paint their rocks. The following fall, some of these graduates would then join in with the next year's incoming class and repeat their M climb, this time going up to the M by the traditional route. The M climb in either form was these graduates' welcome to the Mines community and the first of many challenges that they overcame on their path to Lockridge Arena today. With those memories in mind, we would like to start this commencement with a moment of reflection offered up by student Max Garza. Max, where are you? I'll tell you a little bit about Max when he gets here. I'll tell you a little about now. He's graduating today. That's the good part. It's with a degree in environmental engineering. Max is from Texas. Anybody else here from Texas? Usually a couple. Somehow he escaped Aggie land in College Station. And in getting here and being here, he has very impressively distinguished himself through his engagement in research at Mines and elsewhere. For example, Max has conducted research at Mines, at the University of Illinois, and in Zambia. He has pursued topics ranging from bioenergy, the sustainable remediation of mining waste sites, and the use of constructed wetlands. Max has received internal and external scholarships to support his research efforts, and he has presented his findings at international conferences. He's even the co-author on a journal publication currently in review. In his spare time, Max has been a civil environmental engineering student ambassador and an undergraduate research ambassador, as well as an undergraduate research scholar. Following graduation, Max will start work at Tri-Hydro Corporation and pursue his master's degree in environmental engineering. Where's the medal? Okay. Anyway, we might see Max a little later in the program as well, but please join me in welcoming Max to the podium.
Members of the faculty, administration, fellow students, family, and friends, it is my honor and privilege to offer an invocation for our commencement. Today we give thanks for this fine institution, the Colorado School of Mines, and hope that it may be a lively center for sound learning, new discovery, and the pursuit of wisdom. We hope that those who teach and those who learn may find joy in all of their endeavors. As we celebrate the completion of our studies today, we hope to build on the knowledge we've gained and the experiences we had to effect positive change. Whether we go on to complete further studies, to the workforce, or if the broader world beckons, may we all live fulfilled lives that support others and contribute to society. We thank our dear friends and family who shared in and supported our educational journey for always believing in us. We are thankful for the freedoms we enjoy to pursue learning, life, and love. May we raise our eyes from the mundane and predictable to catch a glimpse of the glorious possibilities of adventure and discovery. May we proceed into the world with humble, thankful hearts and a reverence for those that changed the world before us, upon whose legacy we will continue to build. As we prepare to celebrate our academic achievements, we are aware that not all of the friends and family who shared in and supported our journeys to this point are with us here today. I would like to honor those whom we lost and are not able to be with us today with a silent moment of reflection in their honor. Thank you, and congratulations to all of us for the achievements we are celebrating today.
This is the coolest podium in any university. What you'd expect for a bunch of engineers, for sure. All right, so Max, thank you very much for delivering that invocation, and we all look forward to congratulating you later in the ceremony. Do you have Max, do you have any family here today? Why don't you stand up so we can cheer for you? All right, welcome. Okay, as Max and our other graduates well know, Mines is challenging. Alumni affectionately say that it was tough to get into Mines, but even tougher to get out. I like to say that you can't fly solo through Mines. You have to rely on each other, and you need a supportive network of friends, coworkers, and family. Because of that, I'd like to give our graduates an opportunity to thank those of you here today who played critical roles in their successes. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite specific groups out in the audience to stand up and give our graduates an opportunity to express their gratitude. And it might be easier if the graduates can actually see you. So I'm going to ask the graduates to stand up and face the audience. Good job. They're following directions. This is awesome. I like this. They look pretty good, don't they? Yeah. All right. So will the parents of these wonderful graduates please stand? Yeah. Parents, I want you to know that these soon-to-be graduates are really impressive. They are bright, curious, creative, hardworking, and way smarter than I ever was in college. And I just saw like a dad look at a mom and say, are they really talking about my kid? But yes, we are talking about your students. I think you'd know that because, well, they can also be a little bit, in addition to all the brains and smart stuff, they can be a little eccentric and offbeat, but of course that's what makes them so endearing to us. If you ever get a chance to walk around campus and follow a group of students and listen to their conversations, it's a conversation you wouldn't hear on any other college campus, I can guarantee you that. Quantum stuff, who knows what else they're talking about. But anyway, I suspect that you're all bursting with pride. Did anybody start crying during the procession? Tears coming down? Yep, that's usually the moms starting with. The dads do a little later. But thank you for being here. Thank you for raising such amazing children, and thank you for entrusting them to us for the past few years, and thank you for supporting them on their journey. So let's give our parents one more round of applause. Okay, students, now we're all gonna, on the count of three, we're all gonna rotate 180 degrees counterclockwise. So 1, 2, 3. That's pretty good. So next up, will the faculty, representatives, academic leaders, and all of our staff volunteers at this ceremony please stand? That's all of you guys. Come on. Thank you for all that you and your colleagues do to educate, inspire, support, coach, and mentor our students. You are the reason Mines is consistently ranked in the top 5% of all public universities and why we are one of the few universities to hold the prestigious Carnegie R1 classification for research. The Wall Street Journal got it right when they named Mines faculty tops across all U.S. public universities for being balanced in their dedication to both classroom instruction and scholarly research. Thank you again for being here and for all that you did to support and prepare these students for their careers and for life. One more round of applause for our faculty and staff. Okay, you can all sit down. Yeah, that's good. All right. So, did you have to stay? So we're going to do the 1, 2, 3 and 180 degrees again, okay? 1, 2, 3. I know I didn't say, I was curious to see what happened if I didn't say what direction. So, anyway, will the friends, siblings, spouses, significant others, and relatives please stand? Yep. We affectionately refer to you as the distractions. Without you, our graduates probably would have become too overly focused on their studies, which of course is not healthy. Of course, some might have also gotten better grades and might have completed that four-year degree in, well, 4 years. But having said that, though, we need to thank you for keeping these graduates grounded and in good spirits, and that was very important in getting them to this ceremony today. So thank you all for being here as well, and for all that you did to support and distract our graduates. Okay, we're gonna do 180 degrees clockwise this time. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all right. Doing good. Okay, finally, I would like to welcome members of the Board of Trustees who are with us today. Trustees, would you please stand? All right. Today we have with us Trustee and Board Chair Jesus Salazar, Trustee and Vice Chair Patty Starzer, Trustee Lucy Sanders, and Faculty Trustee and Professor Dinesh Mehta. Our trustees are appointed by the Governor of Colorado. They are extremely generous with their time and expertise and are dedicated to ensuring that Mines remains one of the premier science and technology universities in the world. Perhaps what is most relevant to today's ceremony is that the trustees are the group that will officially approve your degrees later this morning. And I think so far they seemed in good mood when I saw them earlier. So I think they're going to be inclined to do that. We'll find out later. But trustees, thank you very much for being here today as well. Okay, graduates, you can sit down for about 15 seconds. We've just mentioned Mines degree programs and how difficult they are, but it's probably a good time to provide a little context for our guests on the significance of the degrees we are conferring today and the uniqueness of Mines. For 149 years and 10 months, Mines has focused on producing the top scientists and engineers, industry leaders, entrepreneurs, and the knowledge and innovations that industry and society need. A Mines education is rigorous and challenging, and a Mines degree instantly commands respect. It communicates a strong work ethic and perseverance, and indicates that you are resilient, a great team player, and that you are ready to tackle anything. So, graduates, I'll have you stand up for these last remarks again. This is how you keep students from falling asleep. It's called active learning. So, out of curiosity, I asked one of your favorite resources, ChatGPT, for the one word it would use to describe you, and this is the response it gave me. One word that could be used to describe students at Colorado School of Mines is driven. The school is known for its rigorous academic programs in science, engineering, and mathematics, and its students are often highly motivated and committed to their studies. Mines students are known for their work ethic, problem-solving skills, and dedication to their fields of study. Other words that could be used to describe Mines students include innovative, curious, resourceful, and analytical. These are all qualities that are highly valued in the STEM fields and that are cultivated and encouraged at Colorado School of Mines. Graduates, we've seen evidence of that drive, problem-solving skills, and resourcefulness in your time at Mines. Maybe not always in the cardboard boats that you built and attempted to ride down Clear Creek during E-Days. And by the way, ChatGPT was very non-committal when I asked if any of you were any good at building cardboard boats. But it was evident in your capstone and field session projects and the successes of your student competition teams. For example, some of you designed and built an underwater rover for collecting ocean samples to aid the deep-sea mining industry. Others developed a wearable device that senses and communicates the emotions of nearby people to the wearer. And then there was the low-power automatic door lock developed for deployment in Jefferson County remote areas, and a myriad of assistive devices to improve quality of life for amputees and people with disabilities. You also won top honors at the International Intercollegiate Mining Competition and top prizes at NASA Innovation Challenges. In addition to your engineering prowess, we observe that you care a lot about others in this world. You helped communities locally and in other countries through various student organizations. You raised funds for those efforts and other valuable causes like heart health and literacy, very creatively, like riding stationary bikes outside on the plaza 24 hours a day for a week in all kinds of weather. You even inspired others to pursue STEM degrees through your K-12 outreach activities. You were peer mentors, resident assistants, and campus leaders. You welcomed the students who followed you to Mines and mentored them at Ore Digger Camp. You enriched our campus through your art, music, creative writing, and acting. You also showed the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference and the rest of the nation that teams comprised entirely of engineers and scientists can win at the highest level of athletic competition and do it with class on the field, court, mat, track, and bike trails. and I sure hope that all of you will be glued to the TV or sitting in the stadium in McKinney, Texas tomorrow to cheer on your classmates in the NCAA Division II National Championship football game. All right? Class of 2023, you were challenged the moment you stepped foot on the Mines campus and you banded together, helped each other, and got the job done. Those distinguishing characteristics of Mines graduates, the strong work ethic, perseverance, resilience, and teamwork, will serve you well in life and in your careers. You are ready, and today the world needs bright and creative scientists and engineers and technically trained leaders more than ever. In closing, I want you to know that the Mines faculty, staff, leadership, alumni, and trustees recognize your significant accomplishment and are proud to call you graduates of Colorado School Mines. I hope that you always carry and share that pride with you wherever you go in life and in your career. And as you make your mark in the world, I hope that you find some way to help others pursue their dreams, just as others have helped you. It has been a pleasure to be with you. You are hell of engineers, hell of a scientists, and a few of you will become hell of economists today. You are also ore diggers for life. Please stay engaged and be hell of a Mines alumni. Congratulations, class of 2023. Go Ore Diggers. And you can be seated now. Now please welcome Vice President of Student Life, Dr. Braylon Pantel, who's going to introduce our student speaker this morning.
Thank you, President Johnson. All right, Jillian, where are you? Jillian. Oh, here she comes, fabulous. All right, I am honored to introduce our student speaker, Jillian Scott from Broomfield, Colorado. Come on up, Jillian, so I can tell everyone about you. Jillian is graduating today with a degree in Materials and Metallurgical Engineering. During her time at Mines, she conducted research on carbon capture ceramic pellets under Dr. Brian Gorman and was a Physics 1 teaching assistant. Additionally, Jillian was a development intern at Corning Incorporated and a field engineer for Keller North America, where she will continue working full-time after graduation. Jillian also served as the Vice President of Fundraising for Club Sports Council, and she was a member of the Women's Club Water Polo team. Congratulations to Jillian, and let's hear from you about your accomplishments and everything you have to offer for your peers.
Good morning, graduates. The day is finally here. Those all-nighters, those Sunday stomach-dropping days of, oh man, I have a test this week, or multiple tests, if we're being honest. Those moments of saying, let me just finish this one last assignment, and then 6 hours later, you walk out looking like the textbook won that battle. Being a student at Mines is a unique experience, because even as we walk away from these moments into the big kid jobs, we know we signed up for this. We walked into our little nerd haven on our first day of school wearing those graphic tees, TI-84s on the belt loop, and the random mechanical pencil we found on the ground in hand. We were students who had always excelled or done our best to be the best, and found out we had a passion for science and math. But still, we all experienced the gut-wrenching feeling of, don't they mean 95%, not 75? As most first-year students at Mines do. Yet we grew from that moment, from meeting the first roommate to making the first study group. We struggled, we cried to Blaster, the Burroughs of Burroughs himself, and yet we overcame. We found the people in our lives who supported us, the people who have seen us after a Chem 1 exam, and the people who have seen us after writing a Haas paper we really should have bought the book for. Our support systems helped us put our best work up on the fridge. I think the friendships we've formed at Mines really define what Mines is. Mines isn't just a school for nerds who have a fondness for unsolvable proofs with letters we didn't learn in the ABCs. Mines is finding the people who are going to wait patiently for you to finish that assignment at 11:47 p.m. The people who you can text and say, hey, want to work on this together? Knowing fully well you're both going to stare at it for 6 hours and say, how does Blaster's brew sound? and having that miraculous got it moment after the first sip. I think the moments at Mines that were the best were when we took a step back and realized becoming an engineer or scientist is more than just being able to do a math problem. Becoming a graduate at Mines required developing our critical thinking skills, which of course I know we would never use to dispute a Mines parking ticket, right? It helped us figure out the perfect formatting on our email signature, how to win any debate against friends and loved ones by asking for their sources, how to work hard and play equally hard. We uplifted one another in times of need. We sat in the car and waited for our friends, listening to our victory playlist together. Each and every one of us had those days where we wanted to stay in bed and watch Office reruns. And some days we did, claiming, no parking, sorry prof, couldn't make it in. Yet each hour, each day, each challenge we had, we overcame. Yet it wasn't just our friends that got us through Mines. It was also our loved ones, those siblings or relatives who might visit your campus and go, this is college? Aren't there supposed to be parties, not rocket building contests? Those parents, step-parents, and guardians who called you on the phone, who you called on the phone saying, I don't even know what that squiggly line even means. Personally, I was absolutely blessed. Every time I picked up that phone to first verify and do authentication, and then call my parents. They always listened, and I will forever be grateful for their support. I hope each and every one of you found your yes person here at Mines, and that you thank them for their support. From the internship you thought you would never be able to do, to the full-time job on the horizon, they always told you, yes, you can do this. We walked onto this campus with no concept of the kind of people we would be when we walked out. Those people walking out of this campus are ready for any upcoming challenges. We have been prepared, trained, educated, and uplifted into being the newest engineers, scientists of the world. No matter what the next steps might be for you, you are ready. The next step isn't so scary because our time here at Mines has given us the parachute. The challenges won't stop. That's not the way the ore diggers were built. We will continue to challenge ourselves and grow into so much more than we can ever imagine. Congrats, class of 2023 ore diggers. We did it. And go Mines football.
I think you earned one of these. And would Jillian's cheering section please stand up for us? All right. She did great, didn't she? All right. Okay. Jillian, thanks. That was great. I think you captured the insight to what it is to be a student here at Mines, and that you may have to explain a few things to the audience of some of the references, but I know your classmates got them all anyway. So, in any case, I now have the privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, Colorado School of Mines trustee Lucy Sanders. Lucy is founder of and executive in residence at the National Center for Women in Information Technology, or NCWIT, which is a national organization that works to broaden participation in computing. Lucy has extensive industry experience, having worked in research and development and having held senior leadership positions at AT&T Bell Labs, Lucent Bell Labs, and Avaya Labs. She specialized in systems-level software and solutions and authored patents in the communications technology area. In 1996, Lucy was named a Bell Labs Fellow, which any of you are sort of industry people and anything know about Bell Labs knows that's the highest technical recognition bestowed at the company. In many ways, it's like being a member of National Academy of Engineering. In addition to being a Mines trustee, Lucy serves on boards for the Center for American Entrepreneurship in Washington, D.C., the CS for All Foundation in New York City, and the International Computer Science Institute at the University of California, Berkeley. In her spare time, do you have any spare time? No, I didn't think so. She is now working with the team that is developing Colorado's proposal to the U.S. Department of Commerce to establish a federally funded quantum technology innovation hub here in the state. Lucy was recently inducted into the Boulder County Hall of Fame and has been the recipient of many other prestigious awards, including the 2016 Bob Newman Lifetime Achievement Award from the Colorado Technology Association, the U.S. News STEM Leadership Hall of Fame Award, and the induction into the Women in Technology International Hall of Fame. And while Lucy received her BS and MS degrees in computer science from Louisiana State University and the University of Colorado Boulder, respectively, I can tell you she is a big fan of Mines football, and her family just loves Blaster. So we're lucky to have her on the trustees. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Trustee Lucy Sanders, to the podium.
There are a number of blasters down here under the podium.
Oh,
you know what? I will take a few home just in case. While we're getting all situated up here. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, good. I'm really happy to be here with you all this morning. And before I forget, I really want to extend the heartiest congratulations from all of the Board of Trustees. In your accomplishment and in the accomplishment of those who supported you all the years through your time here. I'm a computer scientist, as Dr. Johnson said, and I hear there are some computer science graduates in the audience today. Where are you? Woo. I'm really a raging computer scientist, let's just tell the truth here. And as you know from your time here at Mines, technology, innovation, evolution underpins all engineering disciplines. And in fact, people have been making pronouncements about technology for quite some time. Thank you. Wouldn't that be good? Don't show them to anybody. Okay, here we go. From some people, I mean, it's really gone back to the days of Aristotle, y'all, okay? But here are some from some people you may have heard of. The idea of a personal communicator in every pocket is nothing more than a pipe dream fueled by greed. Who do you think said that? Andy Grove made a fortune at Intel on pocket communicators. Huh. Okay, 2 years from now, spam will be solved. I don't know about you, but I get spam every day, every way people communicate. Bill Gates, 2004. He's responsible. Never mind. I'd have to remember this being recorded. 2 years from now, oh, I said that one already. I do think this one is baffling. All right. I do think that for augmented reality, for example, one of the killer use cases is basically going to be you're going to have glasses, and you're going to have something like an EMG on your wrist, and you're going to be able to have a message thread going on when you're in the middle of a meeting or doing something else, and no one is even going to notice. In other words, you can goof off everywhere, and no one will know. Guesses? Mark Zuckerberg. A little baffling because the reality business division at Facebook is bleeding cash, like billions and billions of dollars cash. So proclamations such as these have been going on for a long time, but they prove a point, even though some of them are silly and we have the benefit of the rear view mirror, that in fact technology is changing, will change in your careers, has changed since you've already been here at Mines. So when I was in college, enter this, thank you so much. You see I already delegated a helper, that's so awesome. This is how we used to write software. Whoops, sorry, can you see that? Yeah, do you see those little light holes there? Do you see those? These are called punched cards, in case you've never seen them. And you used to write your code one line at a time, punch one line on each one of these little cards, show up at a window and to run it through a computer behind a big glass wall, wait about, seemed like days, and get your answers back. When we could enter software digitally on, computers, it was amazing. It was amazing. So that's where we all started as computer scientists, was punched cards, right? And fast forward, processors got smaller and more powerful, memory became more expansive. Here comes the home PC, the personal PC, changed everything, like really totally disruptive. And from there, of course, one thing happened that was more disruptive than almost any other thing. And I led the R&D team that fielded the first commercially viable multimedia communications server in the world. And it was based on internet technologies. And internet came along in the late 80s, early 90s, and changed everything. It changed the way we educate, the way we learn, the way we entertain ourselves, just any number of things. And so I brought another prop to show you because it's somewhat unimaginable. Can you see this? Yeah? All right, parents and adults, I bet you had one of those, or you're jealous that you never did. Yeah? This is the 1996 World Wide Web Yellow Pages. So what you would do is in alphabetical order. This is the entire World Wide Web in 1996. I took this book, true story, to the 10-year anniversary of Google and spoke about it. Not a single person in the audience knew how information was retrieved before Google came along. Not one. And yes, Colorado School of Mines is in here. Yay. Good for us. And, but you would really have to get the content, type it into a command line on a computer, and you would get some type of content from that. Mines even had a URL, which was really impressive for those days. Most of them are IP addresses. Right? So yes, technology has really changed. The internet was totally disruptive. The personal computer was totally disruptive. And so now we find ourselves, as Dr. Johnson mentioned, in the quantum century. And I'm doing a lot of work and learning about quantum now. And I think you know something's arrived when there are jokes about it online. Y'all want to hear a quantum joke? Should I tell it?
Yeah.
Okay. A proton, electron, and neutron go into a bar. Okay. The proton orders a drink, pays for it, and leaves. Do y'all know where this is going yet? No. The electron orders a drink, pays for it, and leaves. The neutron orders a drink and goes to pay for it, and the bartender says, no charge. Yeah? All right. Thank you for that. So here we are in the quantum century, and it will be huge, and you can read all about it. We don't have time to go into quantum mechanics and how they model the most complex problems that we have as a world that are as yet unsolved by existing computing technology. One thing's for sure, you can't stop technological change, but what you can do is learn how to adapt to it. So in closing, I just wanted to say a few things that I've learned over the years, and I hope that it's really helpful to you. The first, and Dr. Johnson mentioned teamwork. Y'all have gotten a lot of experience with great teamwork. Keep it up. Research shows that innovations today are really evolved by teams mostly. You know, it used to be the individual geniuses and all of that. I mean, of course, they're still out there, but the technology is too complex for one person to know it or learn it all even in their own lifetime. We have to depend on each other in teams. And so teamwork skills around listening, negotiating, reinforcing and validating the ideas of others, these are all going to be really important that you carry forward from your experience here at Mines. Stay curious. You know, I led a huge organization, and a number of times I would hear from people, it's not my job to be curious about other fields. In fact, it is part of your job. And as an engineer, and especially as a mines engineer, it's critical that you be curious, learn about adjacent fields, ask a lot of questions, have that wonder of technology evolution and how you can put it to work. Be humble. Yes, you're mines engineers and you're really, really bright, but other people are bright too, and ideas can come from anywhere. And one of my patents, I'm a co-inventor of people from Bell Labs' sales team. Ideas come from anywhere. They come from the sideline of soccer matches, you know, or at the national championship football game, for example. And so ideas come from everywhere, and be humble and listen, and really, you know, seek to listen first and then to be understood later. The fourth one is don't fall into the trap of group think. At NCWIT, we have a tagline that says, the idea you don't have is the voice you haven't heard. And nothing could be more true. And so one of the things I always test myself with is if I walk into a room, not a bar, but a room, and I see one group that looks pretty homogenous, you know. They may be from the same discipline, they may be from the same country, they may be, you know, the same gender, they may be, you know, any number of things. I start to wonder, are we going to get the best solution here? We might get a solution, but do we have diverse lived experiences at the table, solving problems in new and different ways, and even figuring out which problems to solve? So don't fall into the trap of groupthink. If you just take 1 minute and go, wait a minute, who's in the room making this decision? That is a really good thing to keep in mind as we advance this technology. And finally, and this was alluded to prior to, y'all have done great work in community outreach, supporting each other, and keep that up, because as technologists, you really learn a lot about how to enable software, hardware, any type of engineering field for good in the community. And you can also see more quickly when it's being used for ill purpose. And that's really important too, because not all technology is used in good ways. And as we're out there in the community, living, giving back, getting outside of ourselves, we're going to be much smarter on how to put it to great use. So with that, I just want to congratulate you all again. Stay wonderful, have wonder, be curious, be humble, be kind, and be great teammates. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, thank you, Lucy. That was great. By the way, Lucy said that's the first time she's ever told a joke in public, so let's give her a big round of applause for pulling that off. And I think you've earned a blaster for that. All right, we're almost at the point where graduates are going to cross the stage, but we've got two more brief things to do, and the first one of those is going to be introduced by Dr. Pantel, who you've met before, and I'd like to invite back to the podium. Dr. Pantel.
Thank you, President Johnson, and thank you, Trustee Sanders. That really was great. Joining us now is Lieutenant Colonel Lene Place of the United States Army. Lieutenant Colonel Place was commissioned into the Army in 2006 and is the first woman to command the Golden Buffalo Battalion. She will introduce graduates who have earned commissions in the United States Air Force and the United States Army during their studies at Mines. Mines was one of the first 4 colleges in the United States to establish a Reserve Officer Training Corps, or ROTC, program. We have a distinguished history of graduating exceptional students into military leadership positions that began in 1921 and continues today. Please welcome Lieutenant Colonel Lene Place.
It is both an honor and a privilege for me to recognize today's ROTC graduates and share their truly wonderful occasion. Colorado School of Mines has graduated over 2,500 commissioned officers since the inception of the ROTC program in the early 1900s. Today, we express gratitude to those exceptionally professional students as they have chosen a path to serve our nation as officers in the United States military. Over the next few days, 5 Colorado School of Mines bachelor's recipients will take their oath of office. The next steps of becoming second lieutenants. They will be commissioned into the United States Air Force, the United States Space Force, and the United States Army. I wish to extend our sincere appreciation to the cadets' parents and families, and for the support and encouragement you have provided while your students studied at Colorado School of Mines. We sincerely thank the faculty and staff of Colorado School of Mines for their mentorship and guidance, and provide as these students pursue a commission while earning their degrees. First cadet is Cadet Jonathan Catan. Civil engineering, will enter the United States Army as an infantry officer. Cadet Dylan Bolt, electrical engineering, will enter the United States Air Force as a developmental engineer officer. First duty assignment is AFIT, where he will be earning his master's in electrical engineering. Cadet Angela Grayson, mechanical engineering, will enter the United States Air Force as a civil engineer officer. Cadet Joshua Higgins, electrical engineer and computer science, will enter the United States Space Force as a developmental engineer officer. His first duty assignment, he's not going very far, is at Mines, where he will be earning his master's in robotics. Cadet Ethan Ladino, mechanical engineering, will enter the United States Air Force as a developmental engineer officer. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
All right, would all of our graduating ROTC folks, cadets, please stand up for us so we can see you and clap for you. All right, yep. And Colonel Place, I think you need one of these. All right, and for the second item, we're almost there for crossing the stage. I'd like to invite Mines alumna and Vice Chair of our Board of Trustees, Ms. Patty Starzer, to the podium. Please welcome Trustee Starzer.
Thank you, President Johnson. Graduates, I'm here today to extend a greeting from the Mines alumni community. Today, you will leave Mines as beneficiaries of a world-class education, one that has prepared you well for what comes next. You will have graduated from one of the most prestigious engineering and science universities in the world. We, the alumni, hope you take great pride and joy in this accomplishment. Yesterday, you were members of a highly select group, students of the Colorado School of Mines. Today, you become members of a very loyal and proud group, the alumni of the Colorado School of Mines. Wherever you go in your lives and careers, you'll find other Mines alumni around the globe, and we hope that you will connect with them through local alumni groups. We encourage you to find meaningful ways to stay connected to Mines and to share your experiences and knowledge with the next generation of ore diggers. We also hope to see you back on campus for homecoming and our upcoming 150th anniversary celebrations. Once again, congratulations on your great accomplishments today, and welcome to the Colorado School of Mines alumni community.
Patty, I need you back over here for a second. Just wanted to let the audience know. So as I mentioned earlier in the program, our trustees are appointed by the Governor of Colorado. They can serve up to 2 4-year terms, and unfortunately for us, Patty's rotating off, and this is her last undergraduate ceremony to be here for. She has welcomed, I don't know how many ceremonies worth of students to the Alumni Association over the years, as well as supporting many of the students who graduate here from Mines. And we always like having her welcome students to the alumni community, because she's probably personally welcomed more to her family than any other trustee that I've known. But we had something we want to give you in recognition of all of your service and everything. And so we've got a couple things in a really nice box here for you. The first thing is a rock from the M.
And I don't have to go get it.
And you don't have to go up and get it. So so we've got that for you. Now, people in the audience, like, you're giving somebody a rock as a gift for getting, but rocks from the M are actually pretty important things for us at Mines. And the other thing that we have is something made by students in the Foundry. We have an M for you from there as well, that you can place those both in your office and remember all the great things that you did as a trustee here at Mines. So thank you very much for your service. And for that last part, we got to dress the stage up a little bit. Oh. I wonder if you get these on. There we go. Blaster's got to be festive for when you cross the stage. Okay, we are at that point where graduates are going to cross the stage. We're going to get to clap for them, cheer for them, all that kind of stuff. You're going to be able to see them up on the big screen. This is typically when the parents, this is where the dads are going to break down. You're all going to get choked up. Tears are going to come down your cheeks, which is wonderful. We're all responsible for clapping and making a lot of noise for these amazing graduates and their accomplishment today. It is the time that you can make use of any of those contraband noisemakers that you snuck in. If you're in the stands, please feel free to stomp. You want to practice that? Yeah, pretty good. Students, you can use the cowbells. You want to practice that? All right. Okay, you can do whatever you want to as well. One year, remember, let's see, one year we had like a trumpet in the audience. Last year we had a conch shell. Sometimes there's an air horn, but I hear it's kind of low right now and they're saving it for the, oh, there we go. So they might just run out of us all compressed air with that shot. We don't know yet. But anyway, we're going to warm up with some group recognitions first, and we're going to acknowledge a few sort of chunks of students here before we cross the stage individually. And so first of all, we'd like to recognize students who are graduating with honors and distinction. And so if you're graduating with academic honors cum laude, would you please stand and be recognized? Yes. This is a good audience, I can already tell. We're only like in the first group. Okay, so if you're graduating with honors magna cum laude, would you please stand? And this third category, I don't even know how you get into it being here at Mines, but I always refer to it as the Brainiac category, the summa cum laudes. Would you please stand? All right, next I'd like to recognize students who've been selected for department or university level awards. Their names and the awards they receive appear in the commencement program. You all know who you are, so would you please stand up as well so we can clap for you? Yeah. We'd also like to recognize any students who are wearing cords or stoles that designate participation in scholars, service, and other communities at Mines. For example, Harvey Scholars, Vanguard Scholars, Blue Key Honor Society, anybody who's been part of something that you've ended up with a pretty cool stole or cords on. Please stand up. Yeah. Next, I'd like to recognize a group that's really special to many of us. Will those of you who are the first ever in your family's history to graduate from college, please stand and be recognized. Finally, I'd like to recognize our graduating varsity student athletes. Would they please stand up? Yeah. Let me tell you a little bit about them. You keep standing for a minute while I say nice things about you. So this graduating class includes 21 NCAA Division II student athletes. They're the group wearing silver stoles. And I'd like to read off some of their accomplishments. All 21 have been RMAC champions, that's Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, champions as a member of a team or as an individual. Usually you can spot them because how many of you are wearing your rings today? Anybody wearing their championship rings? Often they cross the stage and try to crush my hand with their rings on. Almost all of them, 20 of them made NCAA tournament appearances on a team or as an individual. 3 are All-Americans. Sometimes you can spot them because they'll be wearing their All-American medals. 1 is an academic All-American, and I'd just like to say, since that national award was created, it recognizes high academic plus high sports achievement. Mines has produced more academic All-Americans in Division II than any other school in the country. Pretty cool, yeah. In this group, we have 3 national champions, 2 of them on the men's cross-country team, and Hannah Miller as an individual in the pole vault. Yep, and we're hoping that we add to this number tomorrow. So make sure that works. Collectively, Mines Athletics has been the top athletic program in the RMAC, winning the RMAC Cup 7 consecutive years. I'd also like to say that we have incredibly successful club sports teams. If you're a club sports team, would you stand up as well? There we go, yeah. Including 5 consecutive national championships for our cycling team. So pretty cool, yep. And the president of our cycling team's graduating this morning. So anyway, you can all sit down now, rest up for your trip across the stage. While that's happening, Provost Holtz is going to join me. Rick, you want to stand up? Yep. Find your. We got X's on the stage. We all have to be on our X's because being Mines, we had rulers out and all sorts of stuff to make sure it was exactly in the right spot. Provost Holtz also sometimes, depending on the enthusiasm of the audience for particular degree programs, sometimes rounds GPAs up a little bit for them. So he's a good one to know. We'll also be joined on stage by our deans, Dr. Terry Hogue and Dr. John Berger. Department heads will join us, and any faculty who want to join in greeting the students from their programs, please feel free to line up along the stage as well. Trustees, you're also invited to jump up. The only thing is nobody can be in front of me. So that's, I've been told it messes things up if that happens. So anyway, and just off stage, there's a bunch of people you can't see because it's dark over there, but we have alumni and other volunteers who are going to be handing gifts to our graduates. And so one last instruction before we start this, so graduates pay attention. When you're crossing the stage, we want to get a really good photo of you, okay? Your parents want a really good photo of you. Somebody in the audience just said that's the most expensive photo that's ever going to be taken. And we want it to be good. So you have to do this really awkward thing where you cross the stage and you shake my hand, but you don't really look at me. You want to look to your right because there'll be a photographer right here. So kind of just sort of come up, shake, look right, smile, all in one very natural motion. Okay? And I know it's funny for students who've gotten through so many challenges here at Mines. Walking across the stage is tougher than that first physics exam they ever took or anything else. And so it's going to be great. You're all going to do wonderful. We're looking forward to congratulating you. And let's kick it off. You ready? Everybody ready? Okay.
From Mining Engineering, Bill Zish, Department Head. Drake L. Muth. Ryan S. Parker. Hayden Eric Sandstrom. Olive Alexander Wade. From Civil and Environmental Engineering, Dr. Junko Munakata Mar, Department Head. Mitchell D. Avjacek. Keita L. Aylesworth. Andrew Marcus Basal. Jonathan James Catan. Logan Frederick Cole. Natalie Ray Flores. Sarah L. Ford. Nicholas Landon Forrester. Anthony Garcia. Luke Rourke Kimsey Biglin. Nicholas A. Lampman. Jordan Ethan Marsh. Alyssa Dawn Moreland. Hannah M. Snakenberg. Jeremiah James Wollenweber. Jacob M. Alvarado. Aiden Bailey Borgo. James Ryan Floyd. Olivia Ann Martins. Emma Marie Nelson. Molly Noel Rimus. Everett Stewart Urban. From Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, Dr. Ivor Rymanis, Department Head. Christopher Clayton Curry. Jaime de Mora. Brent A. Dillard. Brendan L. Engebretson. Ethan Robert Hansen. Jillian Elizabeth Maxine Scott. Leah Echo Wenzel. Ian Patrick Williams. From Electrical Engineering, Dr. Peter Owen, Department Head. Jamie Armstrong. Dylan Michael Bott. Rachel Lee Clark. Alexander Kalen Curtis. Connor Forbes Denny. Kelvin N. Hong. Christian Dale Jorgensen. Madison Everett Lang. Matthew L. Murray. Paul Robert Sampson II. Sean West. From Geology and Geological Engineering, Dr. Wendy Borson, Department Head. Kalina P. Davis. Stephen Philip Huffness. Daniel Ryan Vandenberg. From Chemical and Biological Engineering, Dr. Nanette Boyle, Department Head. Sarah B. Ashby. Max T. Bonenberger. Michael Eugene Carter. Annie Marie Friedman. Charles Joseph Harris. Blake S. Henson. Robert Alexander Junk. Ryan Nicole Jolly. Adam James Kindorf. Matthew Calvin Metler. Silvio Molina. Noah William Paget. Joseph James Perlman. Zachary Lewis Preston. Claudia Cassandra Rodriguez. Noah Jocelyn Turlau. Matthew Charles Wolgamuth.
Dylan Jacob Yancey.
From Mechanical Engineering, Dr. Carl Frick, Department Head. Mohammed Laith Al-Kasi. Lauren Ashley Ancheta. Andrew James Preston Balmacetta. Brendan Thomas Bell. Charles Bowring Bethel. Trenton Mitchell Bledsoe. Molly Alice Catherine Brumbaugh. Mackenzie Danielle Burns. Mason G. Cook. Mary Darnell. Justin Dutch Fink. Ari August Garabedian. Angela Jeanette Grayson. Allison Michelle Groves. Dakota Bujuk Hunter. Taylor B. Jones. Kyler Lee Jones. Shane M. Koenig. Ethan J. Ladino. Xavier N. Matthias. Jessica H. McConnell. Kimberly Edith Mendez Perez. Dylan Anthony Miller. Alexander Lamar Mole. Riley Hayes Mullenix. Soren Thomas Olson. Christian Samuel Olson. Chance Gabriel Partida. Keegan Luke Pelton. Samuel Anthony Potter. Rebecca Kathleen Ray. Luke Michael Revere. Salar Sadaka. Yared John Sanbet. Justin Dale Sawyer. Dorian G. Scardello. Caleb K. Schneider. Zachary David Stanton. Aubriana G. Trujillo. Ryan P. Wall. Sebastian Alexander Walraven. John Richard Weiler. Kyle D. West. Noah Michael Newhey Williams. Ava Elaine Young. From Geophysics, Dr. Paul Sava, Department Head. Mohammed Khalil Al-Nabat. James C. McCall. Danielle Wolf von Lemke. From Applied Mathematics and Statistics, Dr. Gus Greivel, Department Head. Julian A. De La Rosa. Julian Tiki Gonzalez. Alex Jonathan Jackson. Andrew Pira Lakin. Savannah E. Roser. From Chemistry, Dr. Thomas Jeanette, Department Head. Vincent James Castillo. Claire Lillian Nelson. Fiona Adumea Ode. From Physics, Dr. Frederick Sarrazin, Department Head. Jack Andrew Kahanik.
Sam A. Major.
From Computer Science, Dr. Iris Bahar, Department Head. Brady W. August. Natasha Marie Bailey. Grant K. Baldwin. Ian J. Barr. Zenadine Amir Boomgar. Hayden T. Bricky. Landon C. Brown. Chloe Janet Cadwell. Chandler Wesley Carter. Dorian Gilles Kawa. Alexander Hunter Chanot. Gabrielle Marie Chrysler. Kate Joy Clady. Miles Carlton Crane. Nathaniel Johnson Crawford. Brianna Marie Dalton. Julia Dulger. Scott Enriquez. David Matthew Fraser. Camden R. Fritz. Benjamin Joseph Funk. James Barksdale Garrison. Nathaniel Benjamin Graves. Max L. Hampton. John L. Ingram. Aryaman Avinash Jadhav.
Anisha Jaiswal.
Aaron Matthew Jones II. Joshua Harrison Josie. Benjamin Elias Cammons. Sean C. Keeney. Stephen R. Kuyan. Tree M. Lee. Angel Lachuga Gonzalez. Jason F. Lee. Michelle Y. Liang. Thomas Jackson Lowry. Camden John Lyles Smith. Connor Scott McGovern. David Moraz. Josue Lema Milenga. William N. Mutter. Cameron Grace Olsgaard. Luke T. Powers. Andre M. Reynolds. Tyler Joshua Rotello. Lucia Saldana Barco. Joshua David Schlater. James Michael Shima Jr. James W. Singleton. Phoebe Paulo Stanton. Nicholas Scott Stevenson. Joshua Munique Lang Tevis. Nelson Daniel Valencia. Anastasia Velichko. August F. Vendena. Isaac J. Wagner. Derek D. Huang. Audric A. Wang. Grant Matthew Weimer. Nathan Michael Wilking. Victoria Ona Mikelevicius Wilson. Benjamin Melfi Wilson. Lily Danae Wilson. Robert William Woodward. Preston Grant Yates. Emma Louise Younger. Weston P. Zavadil. Rem Chang. Kevin Zhang.
So we paused here just for a moment because we are granting for the first time ever a new degree at Mines. And when we do that, we like to make a big deal about it. And Dr. Hauser, do you have something? Okay. So would you two like to, well, we'll read the name when we stop halfway across. You can present the gift. So we always present the first person to graduate with a degree with a special gift from the program as well. So, we're good? Okay, all right. Why don't you're right here.
From Economics and Business, Dr. Scott Hauser, Department Head. Kai Noah Barr. From Engineering, Design, and Society, Dr. Dean Newsma, Department Head. Christopher Joseph Como. From Quantitative Biosciences and Engineering, Dr. Josh Ramey, Program Director. Kendall Claire Armitage. Lucas Mitch Bernanzoni. Jandan Elif Erdemir. Asher Ganzer. Meredith Ann Homstead. Leland Marshall Heineke. Caleb James McGrath. Sydney Ann Medina. Natalie Elizabeth Mudd. Phoenix Elizabeth Ventura.
We pause in the program for another announcement. So the next graduates who are crossing the stage will have done something not a lot of people do here at Mines, but that's actually to earn 2 bachelor's degrees in their time here. So we've got 2 or 3 of those coming across the stage right now. All right, let's go.
Wesley P. Goliher. Joshua J. Higgins. Luke C. Moore.
The audience can't see this, but I get these hand signals from the over on the side there behind everything, and I just got the one that looks like this, and it's not we're going to start singing the fight song, but it's it stands for O for the outstanding graduating seniors from each program. So the last students to cross the stage are generally the students chosen by their programs to represent the program as the outstanding graduating senior for those program, and you can spot them afterwards because they wear a medal that's even more impressive than this medal. And it's really kind of cool, and they got those in a ceremony yesterday. Provost Holtz sometimes does the decider for whose GPAs get rounded up by who cheers loudest for the outstanding graduating senior. Is that right? Okay. Yep. All right. So let's give as these students cross the stage, let's give them a big round of applause as well.
Maya Olivia Roxanne Newberry. Maximilian Austin Garza. Kelsey Rose Farrow. Sebastian Wilhelm Zimkes. Irena Jadwiga Lisierd Zmudzinski. Andrew Mark Hartman. Eugen E. Pak. Everett Adrian Dellett. Hannah E. Miller.
Okay, how about a big round of applause for everybody who just crossed the stage? But that wasn't everybody. So we have a few extra students we want to recognize. They actually can't be here today across the stage because they're hanging out in Texas, getting ready to win our first ever national championship in football. And so I would like to invite up Dr. Pantel once again, our Vice President of Student Life, and she's going to read their names. And then we're gonna make a little video of you all cheering for them that we're going to send down to them, okay? So I think you'll read the names. They can clap and whatever when you're reading the names. When we're done, we're going to make a little video. I think we'll do like a Go War Diggers or something kind of thing, okay? So everybody, we're going to need your coordination for that, and I'll get my phone while you're reading names.
Gotcha. All right. Let's do this. All right. Ready, everyone? You ready to cheer real loud? Yeah? Okay. First up, 1 second, is Joey Echigoshima in Economics and Business. Zach Hester, Geology and Geological Engineering. Max McLeod, Mechanical Engineering. Logan Rayburn, Business Engineering and Management Science. Nate Sutter, Mechanical Engineering. Jack Walters, Mechanical Engineering. Jaden Williams, Mechanical Engineering. Chris Yu, Computer Science. All right.
So let's do you'll have to help me with this.
Okay.
How about we'll like count down to 3.
Okay.
And then graduates, if you could just like jump up and just scream, "Go War Diggers," and then everybody make a ton of noise. We think we can do that? Okay.
It's gonna be so loud they can hear you all the way down in Texas. All right,
okay.
so get ready.
I will video. You'll do the countdown.
Okay.
Okay, and football team, this is for you.
All right, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go War Diggers! Woo! Awesome.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for that. Okay. Got three things left to do in the ceremony, and then we can all go outside and have fun. First one is we have to announce mortarboard decorating awards. Then we have to make the degrees official. And then we have to wrap up the ceremony. So, first item, you may have noticed that some of our graduates customized their mortarboards. You may have spotted them crossing the stage. At each graduation, we recognize two of the more creative and spirited ones with awards of Mind swag. And I have no idea how they're chosen. I'm not involved in the choosing. But I've heard they use like a drone camera that they fly over, spot things, and there's some video processing software with AI built into it, and some kind of algorithm, a Fourier transform, Python programming, and a spreadsheet at the end of all this. Yes, that would be the Mind's way of doing this. And so, in any case, after all that, the winners are Kalina Davis. Kalina, would you stand up? Yeah. From geology, and from electrical engineering, Matthew Murray, would you stand up? All right, your prizes are on their way for them to get them to you. Okay, all right, item 2, we got to make degrees official. So that's important because we hate to run through all this stuff and not leave with an actual degree. So, any case, I'm going to need Rick Provost-Holtz is going to join me up here. I'm going to need Colorado School of Mines Board of Trustee Chair Jesus Salazar here. And I'm going to invite our keynote speaker, Lucy Sanders, to join us too. Okay, so Provost-Holtz, Chairman Salazar are going to join me in reading the sacred words that confer degrees. And Trustee Sanders is going to stand next to us. And she's going to you're in charge of something just as important as the sacred words.
Do you turn it off or
Just hang on to it.
hang on to it?
Just don't take off any limbs or heads up here while we're doing this. That would not be a good memory for people.
No.
So, okay. And actually, why don't you stand next to, right on this side there, by Jesus. There you go. Okay. All right. Pretty good for a computer scientist, yeah. Okay. Candidates for bachelor's degrees, please rise. Okay.
President Johnson, with the approval of the faculty, I recommend that the Bachelor of Science degree be conferred upon these candidates. The candidates who are unable to be present today will be awarded their degrees in absentia. Their names appear in the program.
Thank you, Provost Holtz. Chairman Salazar, I present to the Board of Trustees these amazing candidates. Each has been recommended by the faculty, and I confer with our world-class, amazing, super special, caring, hardworking, brilliant faculty. And it is my honor to present these candidates to you and the board for your acceptance.
President Johnson, by action of the Board of Trustees of the Colorado School of Mines, taken on December 8th, 2023, I direct you to award these candidates the degrees which they have earned.
Almost there. This is the coolest part about being president of Colorado School of Mines is getting to read these words. Upon recommendation of the faculty and by authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree of Bachelor of Science in the designated curriculum with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. I congratulate you on behalf of Colorado School of Mines and the board on this outstanding accomplishment. You can now move that tassel from the right to the left if you haven't already done so. Congratulations. Okay, now we're going to wrap up the ceremony. We're going to do it in true Minds fashion. Graduates, you want to sit down for a moment while I explain the directions to this? It's got some logistics associated with it. So I guess we could give the graduates a choice. Do you want the long ending or the short ending? Okay, we'll do the short. All right. I have to turn the pages here to find the short one. Okay, got it. All right. Okay, so Lucy, don't play. What? I didn't do it. Okay, so let's see. First instruction here is I need our student athletes. How about both our D2 and club sports athletes? If you want to come on up and sort of line in front of the stage here. And I might ask our two presidential scholar athletes to come on and join me up here on stage. And if we've got any members of Blue Key, I know we have at least one member of Blue Key, and or our dance and cheer squads who aren't down in Texas right now, why don't you come on up and join the group as well? And anybody who wants to be involved in like singing the fight song with us, leading it, hop on up too if you want to. So join your friends up here. Okay, so this group's going to help us singing the fight song. With our varsity athletes, this was a deal that was cut a long time ago so they could get those really cool stoles that our presidential scholar athletes are wearing and demonstrating for us up here up front. When we, if you've never sung the fight song before, 90% of the words are hell of a. And at the end, we spell minds. So if you can say hell of a and you can spell minds, you got most of it down. But when we get to that final MINES and the singing stops, this is where we're going to give our graduates one hell of a send-off. And that means clapping, stomping, cowbells, whatever you got, make as much noise as possible. And then at that point, once we're making all the noise for our graduates to give them this last send-off, our faculty senate president gets to decide if this ceremony actually ends. And he will do that by closing the De Re Metallica, which symbolizes the end of the ceremony, if he's good. Fortunately for you, he's younger and not quite as hard of hearing as some former faculty senate presidents, but I have heard he's a very tough grader. So, in any case, when that happens, we're also going to fire off some blasters with the Blaster. This is a device made by our students in our Maker Society, and trying to think, Jillian, where's Jillian? Jillian, our students be here. Would you like to fire the Blaster today? All right, come on up. All right, and we'll get this set up for her. That? Okay. All right. I think we have everything ready to go here. What's that? Well, let's have our student athletes hold.
Yeah. This came off somehow or another.
There you go. Okay. I think we have this choreographed appropriately at this point. So let's go over the instructions real quick. So our group in front's going to lead us in the fight song. All of you are going to do the hell of a and MINES at the end, and when we get there, we're going to stomp, make a lot of noise. We want to give this group a really great send-off. When the book gets closed, Blaster's going to go flying out of this blaster, and some music is going to come on really loud, and at that point, while you're distracted by all that going on, the platform party is going to sneak out this way. So who's on the end there? Is it Bob on, or who's, yep. On the end, get everybody out of here quick. And I just ask everybody to stay still until they leave, because otherwise I lose some of them and I need most of them again for a ceremony this afternoon. So let them get out. And then please, everybody, join us outside. Outside in front of the building, we have blasters out there, the real Burrow blaster, dressed up especially for graduation. He would love to take some photos with you. So feel free to take photos with Blaster. And then in the Student Center, up in the ballrooms, we've got some light refreshments up there. So join us for that as well. I want to thank everyone in the audience for being here today. You're fantastic. As a little warm-up to making a lot of noise, I'd like to thank everyone who helped put this together. There's a group, like 100 people, that shows up about 6 in the morning just to have all the logistics here set up and everything, as well as a group that works last night. So let's give that group of volunteers a big round of applause, all right? Okay, Jill, you got this? We got this? Okay, group in the front. Who's gonna start the big O? Oh, wait. Oh, stop for a second. Stop, sorry. I know, it's my fault. Graduates, you have to stand up for this part. And none of you started singing the fight songs. You are all actually are responsible for singing as well. So this needs to be loud. And actually, I'm gonna film this as well for the football team. They would love to be hearing this all the way down in Texas, I'm sure. So let's make this loud. And give me a second to get the film going here. Okay, we're ready.